Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to embark on a journey of self-affirmation and empowerment. Each of us faces challenges, doubts, and fears, but amidst it all, the most powerful tool we possess is the voice within us. What we tell ourselves shapes our reality, our actions, and ultimately our lives. So, let's explore 7 transformative things to tell yourself, each one a stepping stone toward a more fulfilled and confident you. Ladies and gentlemen, think about it for a moment. We live in a society filled with expectations. From social media to workplace standards, we often feel pressure to compare ourselves to others. We see polished images of success, beauty, and happiness, and it's easy to feel inadequate. But remember, these images are often just a highlight reel. Behind every perfect photo, there are struggles, insecurities, and challenges that aren't visible. Take the story of someone like Oprah Winfrey. She faced numerous obstacles throughout her life, including poverty and discrimination. Yet she learned to recognize her own worth and embrace her unique journey. Oprah once said, "The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude." This reflects the powerful shift that happens when we accept ourselves fully. We can redefine our path and chase our dreams with confidence. You may wonder, how do we truly believe that we are enough? It starts with self-acceptance. This means recognizing your strengths and weaknesses without judgment. We all have things we wish were different about ourselves, but that doesn't diminish our value. For example, consider a friend who struggles with self-image. Instead of focusing on what they don't like about themselves, they could celebrate their kindness, creativity, or ability to listen. Each of us has qualities that make us special, and it's important to acknowledge and appreciate them. Another powerful practice is surrounding ourselves with supportive people. When we are with those who lift us up, it becomes easier to see our own worth. Think about the impact of a kind word or a compliment from a friend. It can brighten your day and remind you that you are valued. Likewise, negative voices can drag us down. If someone constantly tells you that you aren't good enough, it's essential to recognize that their opinion doesn't define you. Choose to listen to those who see your potential and encourage you to shine. Let's also consider the idea of setting boundaries. Knowing when to say no is a sign of self-respect. It's okay to prioritize your own well-being and to step away from situations that make you feel less than you are. This doesn't mean you're selfish. It means you value yourself. When you respect your own needs, others will start to respect you too. In our daily lives, we can practice affirmations. Simple statements like "I am enough" can change the way we think about ourselves. Start your day by looking in the mirror and repeating this phrase. It may feel strange at first, but over time, these words can reshape your mindset. Consider how athletes train for success. They often visualize victory and remind themselves of their capabilities. You can apply this same principle to your life. By affirming your worth regularly, you can build confidence and resilience. When challenges arise, you'll be better equipped to face them, knowing that you are enough. Think about the beauty of imperfection. We often strive for perfection, yet it's our flaws that make us relatable and human. Everyone has a story filled with ups and downs. Embracing your imperfections can lead to a more authentic and fulfilling life. When you accept your true self, you free yourself from the need for approval. You start living for you, not for others. Also, remember that life is a journey. We are constantly growing and evolving. Just because you are enough right now doesn't mean you can't strive for improvement. Embracing your worth doesn't mean you stop learning or growing. It means you approach those changes from a place of love and acceptance, rather than self-criticism. Another way to reinforce this belief is through gratitude. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the things you appreciate about yourself. Maybe you are a good friend, a dedicated worker, or someone who brings laughter into others' lives. Write these down and revisit them when you need a reminder. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, helping us recognize our own value. Finally, remember that everyone's journey is unique. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to life. You don't need to follow a specific timeline or path set by society. Embrace your own journey and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. In conclusion, believing that you are enough is a powerful affirmation that can transform your life. It encourages self-acceptance, fosters resilience, and promotes a sense of inner peace. So the next time doubt creeps in, remind yourself you are enough. You are worthy just as you are. Carry this truth with you and let it guide you toward a more fulfilling and joyful life. Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to talk about a powerful belief that can change our lives, the idea that we can overcome challenges. Each one of us faces difficulties, whether big or small, and it's how we respond to these challenges that defines our journey. Think for a moment about the obstacles you've encountered. Maybe it was a tough exam, a job interview that didn't go as planned, or even a personal loss that felt overwhelming. These moments can feel heavy, but they also offer us a chance to grow stronger. Just as the seed must push through the soil to reach the sunlight, we too must face our struggles to emerge into something greater. Consider the story of Nick Vujicic. Born without arms and legs, Nick faced immense challenges from a very young age. He struggled with feelings of loneliness and despair. However, he decided not to let his circumstances define him. Instead of focusing on what he lacked, he chose to find purpose in his life. Today, he travels the world, inspiring millions with his message of hope. Nick's life teaches us that overcoming challenges often starts with changing our mindset. When we shift our focus from our limitations to our possibilities, we open doors we never thought existed. Another inspiring example is that of J.K. Rowling, the beloved author of the Harry Potter series. Before she achieved success, Rowling faced rejection from multiple publishers and struggled as a single mother living on welfare. She faced dark days filled with doubt and fear. But instead of giving up on her dream of being a writer, she persevered. Rowling believed in her story and refused to let rejection define her. Today, she is not only a successful author, but also a philanthropist who has given back to countless causes. Her journey reminds us that setbacks are often the stepping stones to our biggest achievements. We can also find inspiration in our everyday lives. Think about a time when you faced a challenge like learning a new skill. Maybe you decided to take up a sport, learn an instrument, or tackle a difficult subject in school. At first, it might have felt impossible. You may have struggled, made mistakes, and even considered giving up. But through practice and persistence, you improved. Each small victory along the way built your confidence and helped you see that you could conquer challenges one step at a time. Now let's look at the power of community. Many people find strength in those around them. Consider the story of a local charity that supports families in need. Volunteers come together, each bringing their unique talents and resources. When faced with the challenge of helping others, they band together, lifting each other up. This collaborative spirit showcases how we can face challenges more effectively when we unite. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and that seeking help is a strength, not a weakness. We must also remember that challenges can take many forms. They may be physical, emotional, or even societal. Think of athletes training for the Olympics. They face intense pressure, rigorous training schedules, and sometimes injuries. Yet they continue to push themselves. Each athlete has their own story of resilience. They remind us that true strength often comes from overcoming adversity. When we witness their dedication, it inspires us to tackle our own challenges with the same passion and perseverance. Moreover, let's not forget the role of self-compassion. When we encounter difficulties, it's easy to be hard on ourselves. Instead, we should treat ourselves with kindness. Just as we would encourage a friend who is struggling, we need to extend that same support to ourselves. This practice can help us face challenges with a more positive outlook. When we acknowledge our feelings and allow ourselves to be imperfect, we create space for growth and healing. In moments of struggle, it's also helpful to look back at what we've already achieved. Think about the challenges you have overcome in the past. Each of those experiences has shaped who you are today. You have faced fears, adapted to changes, and emerged stronger. Reminding ourselves of these victories can reignite our determination when new challenges arise. Finally, let's remember the power of hope. Hope is a driving force that keeps us moving forward, even in the darkest times. It's the belief that things can get better, that our efforts will lead to positive change. When we cultivate hope, we create a mindset that embraces possibilities rather than being limited by fear. This outlook encourages us to take action, to reach out for support, and to keep pushing through adversity. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, challenges are a part of life. They can be daunting, but they also offer us incredible opportunities for growth. Just like Nick Vujicic, J.K. Rowling, and countless others, we have the power to overcome. Let's remember that every challenge we face is a chance to learn, to adapt, and to become stronger. By embracing our struggles, seeking support, and holding on to hope, we can navigate life's obstacles and emerge victorious. Thank you for your time, and may you all find the strength to face whatever challenges come your way. Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to talk about something powerful, the idea that each of us can make a difference. Every small action matters. Think of someone who has inspired you, a teacher who believed in you, a friend who lifted your spirits. Their kindness changed your life, proving that simple gestures can create lasting impact. Consider community volunteers. They dedicate their time to help others, whether by serving meals in shelters or tutoring kids. Each contribution, no matter how small, adds up to create real change. We can also make a difference in our everyday lives by being kind. A smile or a compliment can brighten someone's day and encourage them to spread that positivity. Look at environmental activists who promote recycling and conservation. Their efforts show how individual actions can lead to a healthier planet. Remember, you have the power to inspire change too. Every positive choice you make can spark a ripple effect, creating a better world for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I want to share an important message that can empower each of us. I am capable of achieving my goals. This statement is not just a simple affirmation, it's a powerful belief that can change our lives. Think back to a time when you set a goal for yourself. Perhaps it was finishing a difficult project at work, getting into a college of your choice, or even learning a new skill. Initially, the path may have seemed daunting. You might have faced doubts or obstacles that made you wonder if you could really succeed. But here's the truth, everyone experiences challenges. It's how we respond to those challenges that truly matters. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. He is known for inventing the light bulb, but what many people don't realize is how many failures he encountered along the way. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's perseverance in the face of failure is a lesson for all of us. When you encounter setbacks, remember that they are simply part of the journey toward your goals. Each failure is a stepping stone, providing valuable lessons that bring you closer to success. Now let's look at a more recent example, Oprah Winfrey. Born into challenging circumstances, Oprah faced many obstacles on her way to becoming a media mogul. She was told she wouldn't succeed in television, yet she persisted. Oprah's journey teaches us that with hard work and determination, we can overcome even the toughest odds. She has often said, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. This emphasizes that we each have the ability to chase our dreams, regardless of where we start. In our everyday lives, we can find inspiration all around us. Think about the athletes we admire. They train relentlessly, facing physical and mental challenges. Many start as underdogs, but through dedication, they achieve greatness. Take Michael Jordan, for example. He was cut from his high school basketball team, but didn't let that stop him. Instead, he worked harder, trained longer, and became one of the greatest players in history. His story reminds us that setbacks can fuel our drive to succeed. Another example can be found in the world of education. Many students face obstacles on their journey to academic achievement. Consider a student struggling with a difficult subject. It may seem impossible to improve, but with effort, support, and a belief in their abilities, they can turn things around. Teachers, parents, and mentors can help guide them, but ultimately, it's the student's determination that leads to success. This illustrates that each of us holds the key to our own achievements. As we think about our goals, it's essential to break them down into smaller, manageable steps. This makes them less overwhelming and allows us to celebrate small victories along the way. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, start by setting a target to run a few miles each week. Track your progress and gradually increase your distance. Each small accomplishment will build your confidence and help you realize that you are indeed capable of achieving your goals. Remember that surrounding yourself with supportive people can make a significant difference. When you have a network of friends, family, or colleagues who believe in you, it becomes easier to pursue your dreams. Share your aspirations with those around you and let their encouragement lift you up. In difficult moments, their support can remind you of your strength and capabilities. Another crucial element is self-belief. When you tell yourself, "I can do this," you cultivate a mindset that empowers you to take action. Positive self-talk can transform your outlook. Instead of focusing on doubts or fears, remind yourself of your past successes and the skills you possess. Each time you achieve a goal, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you can reach higher. Let's also consider the importance of persistence. Achieving goals often takes time and effort. It's easy to become discouraged if things don't happen as quickly as we hope. However, remember that many great achievements are the result of consistent effort over time. J.K. Rowling faced numerous rejections before Harry Potter was published. Instead of giving up, she continued to believe in her story and her talent. Today, she is one of the most successful authors in history. Her journey reminds us that persistence can pay off in ways we may not expect. As you pursue your goals, embrace the idea that learning is a lifelong journey. Each experience, whether successful or challenging, contributes to your growth. Take time to reflect on what you've learned along the way. This self-awareness will help you adjust your strategies and approach future goals with greater confidence. Finally, always remember to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Recognizing your progress reinforces your belief in your capabilities. Each step forward is a reason to celebrate, whether it's completing a project, achieving a fitness milestone, or mastering a new skill. Acknowledging these moments keeps you motivated and focused on what's next. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to embrace the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. Take inspiration from the stories of those who have overcome adversity, and remember that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Break your goals into manageable steps, surround yourself with positivity, and keep pushing forward. You have the power within you to turn your dreams into reality. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. I want to share a powerful truth with you. I deserve happiness. This belief is essential for all of us. Yet so many people struggle to accept it. Life can be challenging. And sometimes we get caught up in our responsibilities, our worries, and our fears, making it hard to believe we truly deserve joy and fulfillment. Think for a moment about the people you admire. Many of them have faced hardships and obstacles, but still find ways to embrace happiness. Take the example of Helen Keller. Despite being deaf and blind, she became an accomplished author and activist. Her life teaches us that even in the face of great challenges, we can still find happiness and purpose. Helen once said, "Happiness is the final goal of all human activity." This reminds us that seeking joy is not just a privilege, it is a fundamental part of being human. Every day we encounter moments that can bring us joy, no matter how small. Maybe it's enjoying a warm cup of coffee in the morning or taking a walk in nature. These simple pleasures remind us that happiness can be found in everyday moments. Yet sometimes we overlook these things thinking we need something bigger or more significant to feel happy. The truth is, happiness often lies in appreciating the little things around us. Consider the story of a friend or family member who has overcome challenges. Think about someone who lost a job, but didn't let that setback define them. Instead, they used the opportunity to explore new passions, perhaps starting a business or going back to school. Their journey shows us that even when life throws us curveballs, we can still find ways to create our own happiness. They demonstrate that our circumstances do not dictate our ability to feel joy. We also need to recognize the importance of self-compassion. Too often we are our own harshest critics. We tend to focus on our mistakes and shortcomings rather than in acknowledging our strengths and accomplishments. Imagine a friend who comes to you feeling down about themselves. You would likely encourage them, reminding them of the worth and all the positive qualities they possess. We must learn to treat ourselves with that same kindness. Remember that everyone has flaws and makes mistakes. It is part of being human. In daily life, it's essential to prioritize self-care. This doesn't mean being selfish. Rather, it's about understanding that taking care of ourselves allows us to show up better for others. Whether it's setting aside time to read a book, going for a run, or simply enjoying a moment of quiet, these acts of self-love help us recharge and find happiness. When we prioritize our well-being, we become more resilient and better equipped to handle life's challenges. Moreover, consider the impact of surrounding yourself with positive people. The company we keep can significantly influence how we feel about ourselves and our lives. When we spend time with those who uplift us, it's easier to believe that we deserve happiness. Look for friends and family who inspire you, encourage you, and celebrate your successes. Their support can reinforce your self-worth and help you recognize that you are deserving of joy. Let's also talk about the power of gratitude. Taking time each day to reflect on what we are thankful for can shift our mindset. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we can appreciate what we have. This simple practice can increase our sense of happiness and fulfillment. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you write down a few things each day that bring you joy. Over time, you'll notice how this habit can change your perspective on life. It's also important to pursue our passions. Engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment can lead to greater happiness. Whether it's painting, dancing, writing, or gardening, dedicating time to what we love can enrich our lives. Think of someone you know who has a hobby that lights them up. Their excitement and joy are contagious. When we invest in our interests, we cultivate happiness and create a life that feels meaningful. Additionally, let's not forget that pursuing our dreams is a part of deserving happiness. Often we hold back from chasing our aspirations because we think we're not worthy or capable. Yet, every one of us has dreams that deserve to be pursued. Whether it's a career goal, a personal project, or a life change, taking steps toward our dreams is essential for our happiness. Embrace the idea that you have the right to follow your passions regardless of what others might think. It's also valuable to recognize that setbacks are a natural part of life. Everyone experiences moments of disappointment, but these do not define our worth or our future happiness. When we encounter obstacles, it's essential to remind ourselves that we can learn and grow from these experiences. Reflect on how far you've come and the strength you've shown in overcoming challenges. This resilience is a testament to your worthiness of happiness. Lastly, let's embrace the idea of giving back. Helping others can bring immense joy. Volunteering your time or supporting a cause you believe in not only makes a difference, in the lives of others, but also enriches your own. The act of kindness and connection can create a sense of fulfillment and happiness that is deeply rewarding. It reinforces the idea that happiness often comes from sharing our gifts and uplifting those around us. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, remember that you deserve happiness. Embrace the small joys in life, practice self-compassion, and surround yourself with positivity. Prioritize self-care, pursue your passions, and don't hesitate to follow your dreams. Acknowledge your worth and remember that setbacks are just part of the journey. By believing in your right to happiness, you can create a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Thank you for your time, and may you all find the happiness you truly deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I want to talk about an important mindset. I will learn from my mistakes. Life is full of challenges and experiences, and often we find ourselves stumbling along the way. It's natural to feel disappointed when things don't go as planned. But what truly matters is how we respond to those setbacks. Mistakes are part of being human. Every person you admire has faced failure at some point. Take, for example, the story of Michael Jordan. He is celebrated as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but he was cut from his high school team. Instead of giving up, he used that disappointment as motivation. He practiced tirelessly and eventually made it to the NBA. His journey teaches us that failure can be a stepping stone to success. When we encounter challenges, we can either let them defeat us or use them to fuel our growth. Think about your own life. Maybe you tried to learn a new skill like cooking or playing an instrument. At first, it may have seemed overwhelming. Perhaps you burned a meal or struggled to hit the right notes. Instead of seeing these as failures, consider them lessons. Each mistake is an opportunity to improve and refine your abilities. When you embrace this mindset, you start to see setbacks as valuable experiences that lead to growth. Another great example is J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became a global phenomenon, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers. At one point, she was a struggling single mother living on welfare. Rather than giving up on her dream, she persisted. She learned from the feedback she received and continued to refine her story. Her determination eventually paid off, and she became one of the best-selling authors in history. Rowling's journey is a powerful reminder that our mistakes do not define us. It's how we respond to them that shapes our future. In our daily lives, we encounter mistakes all the time. Maybe you misspoke during a presentation or made an error at work. It's easy to dwell on these moments and feel embarrassed. However, consider how you can use these experiences to improve. Reflect on what went wrong and think about how you can do better next time. This self-reflection is essential for growth. Each mistake offers insights that can guide you in the future. Learning from mistakes also applies to relationships. We all have moments where we may say something hurtful or misunderstand someone's intentions. Instead of letting these moments drive a wedge between us, we can choose to learn and grow. Apologizing and having open conversations can strengthen our connections. By acknowledging our errors, we show maturity and a willingness to improve. This fosters deeper understanding and trust in our relationships. Another key aspect of learning from mistakes is setting realistic expectations. We often put immense pressure on ourselves to be perfect. However, perfection is not attainable. Embracing our imperfections allows us to approach challenges with a more open mindset. When we accept that mistakes are part of the journey, we free ourselves from the fear of failure. This freedom encourages us to take risks and try new things, knowing that even if we stumble, we will learn and grow. As we reflect on our experiences, it's important to celebrate progress. Each time you learn from a mistake, you become a better version of yourself. Keep a journal or a record of your experiences, noting what you learned along the way. This practice not only reinforces the lessons you've gained, but also reminds you of your resilience. When you look back, you'll see how far you've come and how your mistakes have shaped your journey. In addition, surrounding yourself with supportive people can make a significant difference. When you have friends and family who encourage you to learn from your mistakes, it creates a safe space for growth. They can offer perspectives you might not have considered and help you see the value in your experiences. Sharing your challenges with others can lighten the burden and provide insights that guide your growth. Let's also acknowledge the role of curiosity in learning. When we approach mistakes with a sense of curiosity, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. Instead of feeling defeated, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? This mindset transforms a setback into a valuable lesson. Curiosity drives us to seek knowledge and understanding, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Furthermore, remember that every mistake brings you closer to your goals. Each time you learn, you gain the skills and knowledge necessary to move forward. Think about someone you know who has persevered through challenges. Their journey may not have been easy, but they continued to push forward. Each stumble became a stepping stone, helping them grow stronger and wiser. Finally, always keep in mind that success is often built on a foundation of failures. Many successful individuals, from inventors to entrepreneurs, have faced setbacks before achieving their dreams. The difference lies in their ability to learn and adapt. When we adopt this mindset, we empower ourselves to embrace challenges and view them as opportunities for growth. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, let's commit to the belief that we will learn from our mistakes. Each error we encounter offers a chance to reflect, grow, and improve. By embracing setbacks as part of our journey, we can cultivate resilience and strength. Remember the stories of those who have triumphed in adversity and recognize that you too have the power to turn mistakes into valuable lessons. Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to talk about a powerful truth that can transform your life. I am surrounded by love and support. This affirmation is not just a statement, it's a reminder of the connections we have and the strength they provide. In our busy lives, it can sometimes feel like we are alone. We face challenges, and it's easy to forget the people who care about us. But if we take a moment to look around, we can see that there are always individuals ready to lift us up. Think of your family, friends, and even acquaintances who have been there for you in tough times. Their support forms a safety net that catches us when we fall. Consider the story of a student preparing for exams. It's a stressful time, filled with anxiety and self-doubt. But when that student looks to their parents or friends for encouragement, they often find the motivation they need. A simple "you can do this" or "I believe in you" can change everything. These words of affirmation remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. When we feel supported, we are more likely to push through challenges with confidence. Think about the workplace. Many of us have experienced moments of uncertainty or fear when tackling new projects. In those times, having a supportive colleague can make all the difference. Picture a team where members encourage one another, share ideas, and celebrate each other's successes. This environment fosters growth and creativity. It shows us that collaboration and support lead to greater achievements. Just as in sports, where teammates lift each other up, so too can we create a culture of support in our daily lives. Now let's look at a broader example. Look at communities coming together during times of crisis. Whether it's after a natural disaster or a local challenge, people unite to help one another. Neighbors provide food, shelter, and emotional support. This collective effort illustrates the power of love and support in action. It shows that when times are tough, we can lean on each other and find strength in our unity. We must also recognize that love and support don't always come from those we expect. Sometimes a stranger's kindness can profoundly impact our lives. Perhaps you've experienced a moment where someone went out of their way to help you. It could be a kind word from a cashier, a compliment from a fellow commuter, or assistance from someone in need. These acts of kindness remind us that love exists everywhere, even in unexpected places. Each of us has the power to be that source of support for others. When we embrace the idea that we are surrounded by love, it opens our hearts to receive and give support more freely. We become more aware of the connections we have and the opportunities to uplift one another. This awareness allows us to cultivate deeper relationships and build a supportive network around us. Remember that our lives are interconnected, and energy we put out into the world comes back to us. Sometimes we may not recognize the support available to us. It can be helpful to take a step back and reflect on the people who have been there through thick and thin. Consider writing down names of friends, family, and mentors who have supported you. You might be surprised by how many individuals have played a role in your journey. Acknowledging their presence can fill you with gratitude and strengthen your resolve to reach out to them when you need help. We should also remember that giving support is just as important as receiving it. When we uplift others, we create a cycle of love and encouragement. Think of someone in your life who might need a kind word or a helping hand. Your support can have a lasting impact on their lives. Just as we feel strengthened by love, so too do we empower others when we offer our assistance. As we navigate life, let's also recognize that love and support come in different forms. Sometimes it's a shoulder to cry on, other times it's a listening ear or a word of encouragement. We should be open to accepting help in whatever form it comes. There's no shame in reaching out when we need it, just as there's immense strength in offering support to those around us. In moments of self-doubt or hardship, remind yourself that you are part of a larger network of love and encouragement. You are deserving of that support. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. Remember, even the strongest individuals need assistance at times. When we embrace vulnerability and lean on our support systems, we become more resilient and better equipped to face life's challenges. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to embrace the belief that you are surrounded by love and support. Acknowledge the people in your life who uplift you and be willing to reach out when you need help. Cultivate an environment where you also extend your support to others. Together we can create a world filled with compassion, understanding, and love. Remember that no matter how tough things get, you are never truly alone. Thank you for being here, and may you always find strength in the love that surrounds you.